welcome to my views and news. In this video, we'll have a detailed look at all the fronts where fighting is ongoing in Tigray and on the borders of Tigray. Several viewers were commenting, contacting me that Sajid do a detailed video on all fronts. Let's start from Voldia front, Voldia, Kobo Robit, Volo front. I have been reporting in separate videos about these fronts. In Voldia, we know that Gobiye is the place which is contested now. Here there is Gobiye. And this is Bilago, you can see here to the west of Gobiye. And Bilago has come under Amhara, Fano control. And from Bilago, they are now eyeing Gobiye. They might make a move on Gobiye. TDF was somewhere here, Doro, Gibber. But now Gobiye is the front line. Can Fano fighters, Amhara forces take back Gobiye? That remains to be seen. TDF was close to Voldia, though we never see TDF make a move on Voldia. Now it seems that TDF is only so far defending on this front. On Gobiye, we could see an offensive from Fano fighters and Amhara militias, maybe ENDF as well in coming hours. And if TDF does not withdraw from Gobiye, from Bilago, Amhara forces will try to cut off TDF somewhere close to Kobo Robit Kobo. That is why we could see withdrawal of TDF from Gobiye towards Vacho, towards Kobo Robit, or TDF will try to remove Amhara forces militias from Bilago. That we discussed in a previous video too. First front. Second one is Afar, viewers. You know that we reported in previous videos that to the east of Elamata, TDF moved into Afar and TDF took control of Yalo here. In Gulina as well, TDF entered, but it did not make any major gains. TDF was never interested in going deep into Zone 4 of Afar. This is Zone 4 of Afar. And when this war, third phase of war started on the 24th of August, back then I had said that TDF would not go deep into Afar. Afar viewers disagreed, but you're seeing that TDF is only interested in holding those Afar territories which are close to Volo. TDF does not want any offensive on Volo, on TDF from afar. That is why it entered Yalo and parts of Gulina as well. But it does not go, it doesn't want to go towards Ethiopia, Djibouti road, towards Shifra, like we saw last year. This time, TDF only wants to restrict itself to Volo and some areas here which are on Volo Afar border. So no major activity happening here. But TDF is still in yellow reportedly. Major activity on Afar front is happening on Berhale. You can see Abala here. Again, I told you in a video that TDF was in control of some high places to the west of Abala here, and the purpose was to stop any EDF advance, Afar advance from Abala towards Mekelle. You can see Mekelle here. So no activity, no major activity on Abala, but TDF will keep firing from mountains towards Abala if there is any ground offensive from Abala towards Tigray, which is very unlikely because all high places to the west of Abala are under Tigray control. Main front is Berhale, viewers. Let me show you Berhale here on this map. This is Dacia, Lugdo, you can see here. This is Berhale, viewers. Main front here was this border, Afar Tigray border, and there is Mount Esda here, close to Dacia. Dacia is on Tigray side of Tigray Afar border, Lugdo as well. And we know around 4 to 5 days ago, a detailed video about this front that mainly Eritrean military supported by Afars took control of Asda and it was trying to move towards Dacia. Fighting was being reported here on the border, on Tigray Afar border. Getachew today claimed that 5 divisions of EDF they have been neutralized on this front, and their top commanders, Eritrean top commanders, have been arrested or killed. Keeping Getacheo's claim aside, what I reported about this front was around 4 to 5 days ago. But since then, we have not heard of any advance from this direction towards Agula, towards this road, A2 highway. So it means that TDF has managed to hold its ground on this front. So far, EDF and Afar fighters, there is no ENDF here, or very limited deployment of ENDF. Mainly, there is Eritrean military here and Afar fighters too. So they could not make any considerable advance on this front into Tigray. It's very clear now. Almost no change on Sikota front, viewers. Waghimra, Sikota here. This road still under TDF, Koram to Sikota road. TDF is not making a move towards Sikota or towards Lalibela. And same is the case here, viewers. You can see Abergale here. ENDF was trying to move towards Samre, Chile from Abergale, but no major activity is being seen here. So, but reportedly ENDF is in Abergale. Maybe ENDF is waiting for some other fronts like Birhale front and Adigrat front, and we could see a coordinated move towards Mekelle from Adigrat if it falls, from Birhale from the east, and from Abergale. But so far it's not happening because on Birhale front EDF could not make any significant gains. On Abergale front, ENDF is there, Amhara force is there, but they could not make gains in Tigray so far. Then there's Gondar, Debat, Ediarke. TDF retook Ediarke 4 to 5 days ago. It has been confirmed. Ediarke has changed hands 3 times in the past 15 days. Fighting is ongoing between Ediarke and Zarima, Tuber, Bormarium. You can see here there is fighting. Yesterday we saw some pictures of Tigray fighters from Tuber. We could not confirm the pictures, but overall we can sum up that on this front, North Gondar, Amhara region, Ediarke under TDF and TDF somewhere close to Tuber, fighting ongoing. Zarima is not under TDF, though TDF is trying to move towards Zarima. But front line can be treated as close to Tuber here. Mesabre under Tigray control, no signs of any ENDF operation close to Mesamre. Now, very important front which we discussed in some previous videos as well was this one. This is Takaze, and here there is Dadibut. Once again, fighting close to Dadibut is being reported, and fighting has been going on here for days. ENDF Amhara forces, they cross Takaze and they try to take control of Dadibut here to move towards Shire here and to move towards this road, Shirara road. But despite several days of fighting, we could not see any major ENDF advance. And here, ENDF has suffered some losses as well. After days of fighting, they could not move along this road. They are reportedly suffering losses here, but fighting is still ongoing on this front. Another important front is Mekole to Dadibut. This is Mekole. Mekole to Dadibut is a very important front, viewers. It's a relatively new front. What we have learned is that Ethiopian National Defense Force, maybe Eritreans as well, they are trying to move from Mekole, from these border areas towards Dadibut. There is a road, yeah, you can see Dadibut here. There is a road which connects Dadibut with these areas close to Mekole, a dirt road reportedly. And EDF and ENDF are now trying to move towards Dadibut. The purpose is to launch a coordinated operation towards Shire. You can see Shire here. We know that from northern side, EDF and ENDF are trying to move towards Shire. So from western direction as well, they've been trying to move towards Shire from Dadebut, but they could not. Now they are trying to reach Dadebut from Mekole side. And second purpose of this offensive from Mekole towards Dadebut is to stop TDF from crossing Takase. Now, when ENDF is under pressure near Dadebut, it means that TDF might try to cross Takase into Volkayth. We know that TDF has been trying to make inroads into Volkayth from Mesamre and from Sudan side. From here, TDF tried to enter Volkayth. It could not take control of any territories in Volkayth. Its offensive from Mesamre into Volkayth failed. Its offensive into Volkayth Humera from Sudan also failed. And now Tigray fighters are regrouping on Sudanese soil. So we could see opening of this front after some days. So far TDF is in defensive mode, but this offensive from Mekole has two purposes. One purpose is to launch a coordinated attack towards Tigray from northern and western sides. And the second purpose is to keep Tigray forces engaged here to stop them from crossing Takase into Volkayth. Shiraro can be seen here. Just a few hours ago, we shared satellite images from Shiraro. Around a week ago, Shiraro came under EDF, ENDF control, and satellite images are from Monday. They were taken on Monday, and on Monday, EDF, ENDF were in Shiraro. They were in control of even the outskirts, eastern outskirts of Shiraro. They were seen here along this road. So Shiraro is under EDF, ENDF control. It has not changed sides. All are rumors that Shiraro has been retaken by Tigray forces. Shire, what is the position on Shire front? I got information a few days ago that EDF, ENDF, they had managed to reach Adi Dairo. We could not visually confirm that report, but reportedly they managed to reach close to Adi Dairo, but they could not advance towards Shire. So EDF, ENDF is still more than 20 kilometers away from Shire, you can say, on this front. Main gain on Tigray Eritrea border by EDF and ENDF is Shiraro so far. What about other fronts like Rama, you can see here, like Sirona, like Adegrat, this one. Have we seen any advances from EDF and ENDF on these fronts? No territorial gains by Ethiopian National Defense Force, by EDF on Adegrat, Sirona, Rama fronts so far. Erob as well. We heard a little about Erob, that some places had been captured by Eritrean forces there. But overall, Erob, Adegrat, Sirona, Rama, on these fronts, no major territorial gains by Eritrean Defense Force and ENDF as well. So you see that all along Tigray Eritrea border, ground offensives were launched from Eritrean soil on Tigray territories, but only gain so far is close to Shiraro and somewhere here to the north of Shire. And this offensive was launched around 10 days ago. So we can say that EDF and ENDF, they are facing extremely stiff resistance from Tigray Defense Force. It was being said that EDF would be swiftly moving to capture Mekelle. From afar, they have not been able to advance from Mount Esda towards Agula. And from Eritrea as well, they have not been able to enter Tigray and capture any major town or city so far. Only Shiraro is under their control, which came under their control around 7 days ago, I think. And so far, no major gains. So we can sum up that so far, Tigray is defending its territories, its borders. EDF, ENDF so far could not make any major inroads into Tigray. At the same time, Tigray was on the offensive. It was eyeing Vuldia. It launched offensives into Volkayth here. TDF could not enter Volkayth. It could not advance into deep into Volo as well after EDF and ENDF launched counteroffensive. So you can say that EDF and ENDF's counteroffensive forced Tigray forces to stop their advances. Now they are in defensive mode. How long will they be in defensive mode? Can TDF change gears here and once again go on the offensive? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.